you guys have got some pretty special pieces, and this is your Holy Grail collection, yeah?
Some of the pieces from the Holy Grail collection.
You didn't get all of them out for us. Well, what's your most important piece that you've got in this room?
It's got to be the Jordan signed ball. My dad gifted it to me for my birthday. But I also had the opportunity to meet Iverson in New York City the weekend that he was being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
That's crazy.
They were releasing his sneaker, which was called the Curtain Call at the time. So the Question 1 sneaker, he personally signed it in front of me. So this one here is a training jersey from the 90s Bulls team, so the Jordan era Bulls team. One of my friends, Joe, who helped me do the fit out for the store, he's a crazy Bulls fan. And every now and then he'd show up and say, hey man, I bought this on an auction site and this is for you to display in the office. So this is one of the ones that I newly need to get framed, but I just thought it was a really cool piece, given that it's an original training jersey. I'm not sure which player wore it. It could have been one of the smaller guys like Steve Kerr, because it doesn't look like it's big enough for a Jordan. A signed Barkley print and also a Hakeem the Dream.
So cool.
I mean, this is just a real throwback to, again, when Dad was involved with the Kings ownership group in the late 80s, early 90s. So Steve Carthino, Tim Morrissey, I can go through all the names here. Zoran Zunic, who is dad to Carl Zunic, playing in the NBL now. This is kind of what I remember growing up, not the short shorts.
I was going to say they are short.
But yeah, it's really good to see the Kings back to where they're at now. This is where the Kings brand lives, at the higher end of the league, and I think the Kings brand represents so much for Australian basketball.
I feel like this is very niche.
It's niche. A little backstory to this. When Dad was involved with the Sydney Kings and his ownership group, though that group decided to invest in a team over in England, and they had a team called the Birmingham Bullets. And the first ever coach for the Birmingham Bullets was a man by the name of Nick Nurse. And this is going back years before Nick Nurse became a famous NBA coach. But in 2019, when Nick was head coach of the Canadian national team and they came to Australia, I think something happened with their luggage and they lost their training jerseys. So the Canadian manager reached out to me to get them some training jerseys printed up. And as a thank you, I asked if they would mind, because I had found this old polo shirt in storage from my dad's storage, and Nick signed it for us kindly. And I framed it for my dad for Father's Day.
That's so cool. I love this. This is awesome.
Yeah.